Hi friends! This is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Heaven Will Be Mine. This is part 2 in the series. Poke Totoro for part 1, even though it was short. Appreciate you understanding that sometimes I have trouble with words and I need to end the recording a little early. Hopefully today's a little bit better. So, we'll see. Anyways, thank you all for joining. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Subscribe if you haven't. Need to say that out front. Because I always say it at the end and it's like, I see the drop off like immediately in the analytics and it's like, okay, got it. So, here we go. Resume. Yes, Saturn, day 1. So, Saturn is the way that we've gone so far. It seems to be a triad of affiliation. So there's Celestial Mechanics, Cradle's Grace, and the Foundation. And she seems to be from Celestial Mechanics and part of a prototype self-ship. Ship self? Load. So. Now, comms. Oh, we had already clicked through this. Yep, tell us the two of us you trust less. Okay, click. So, alignment, this is where we see it. Celestial Mechanics, Memorial Foundation, Cradle's Grace. So, let's mission select. So, in the strange gravity of the abandoned Delphinus lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But where are they for? And will they get it? Okay. Joyride, Killjoy. Weaving in and out of the 6 planets rings, Memorial Foundation's ace Luna Terra plays cat and mouse with a renegade ship thief, Saturn. I was about to say, I feel like she's gonna take this ship on a joyride, so I'm gonna go down that route. Launch. Oh, Mercury. Please tell me how long you're going to be engaged in this. May I stress again, incredibly dangerous, giant waste of time. Until they start sending someone interesting after me, Mercury. The whole fleet will be after you if you hadn't damaged the entire launch hangar when you stole that. Could they even take me out while I'm flying this thing? Check that music here. Turn it down a little bit more. Seems to be kinda loud right now. Yeah, well, there we go. Could they even take me out while I'm flying this thing? No. But it won't stop him from trying. And let me stress, this info packet is a gift purely to prevent your ship self from falling into enemy hands, not an indication of any sort of forgiveness. Let me worry about Aeopius Mercury. He's gonna be a lot less grumpy when I clear the way for us and Celestial Mechanics to return to the native sphere. I've got it all figured out. You absolutely don't, but okay. Did you read the info packet? Ace Memorial Foundation pilot Luna Terra in hot pursuit with escorts. Planned an attack on the lab. Arrived after you escaped. Do not engage under any circumstances. Boring. But this part was good. I don't expect you to control your impulses, but even given that, you're just like that. You're just like that. She's the last person you should be trying to fight on purpose. Sounds like I should definitely fight her on purpose, right? I hate you. Oh, come on. The carrier is never going to make it out of the system if I don't. You don't know how to pilot your ship, and she's a veteran since the Cold War. You're going to get yourself captured and humiliated, and the ship trashed. So you're saying there's no downside? Why are you doing this to me? And she's 6'1", huh? Your attention to detail is so useful sometimes. Damn, she's 6'1"? Sheesh. You're using me to cruise? Your taste is so awful. Oh, I hate you. Yips. Looks like one of her escorts is in range. Sorry, gotta go. Surprise is all I've got, you know. Oh, so we could have played as Luna. That's very interesting. I wish Europa would stop sending me boys who can't control themselves. Having fun dismantling my escorts. With a string of pearls fingers, Saturn carefully peels the mechanical musculature out of the poor ship's arm she's holding. A souvenir of the last of Lunaterra's escorts that she sent crying too easily back to their base. Oh, that's an interesting... Oh, you can see the fingers in that. Oh, man. Oh, that's so cool. It's still sparkling, oozing, and Saturn wishes her ship had a mouth so she could suck it out like crab meat. Ew. Oh, boom. I mean, just look at that. Taking some screenshots because it's cool. Maybe it does have a mouth. The machine has many... Maybe it does have a mouth. Dash. The machine has many mysteries the manual doesn't explain, and Saturn is still learning them. Though I suppose Europa's learned her lesson about sending me girls who can't control themselves. Ah, hey. The music is great. Oh, really? Hey, that's really interesting. Mind telling me more? Saturn's like, tell me more, babe. No, she's a hacker too. How amusing. There's nothing too interesting on this comm frequency. Aw, you flatter me. But hey, what do you mean exactly? The part about the girls who can't control themselves? I really want to hear more. It means back up that talk first. Or can you land a hit off the comms? Lunaterra's gravitational field focuses to a single point. Lunaterra isn't budging. She's been through much worse, and so has her ship, followed always by a thin trail from a bleeding wound she never would completely repair. The mare Chrysium is over 2 decades old, but Saturn can't even land a hit. It's regal and stiff, dressed in cold metallics, weathered and refurbished. The archetypal prototype for all other ship selves. Still going after all these years. Still furiously untouchable. The string of pearls hasn't gone down no matter how much she's being rammed with that spear. But she hasn't even nicked Lunaterra's ship once. Okay, so they're engaged in battle. Not bad at all for a joyride. But can you get one hit in? Good thing you don't win by looking cool. No mercy for newbies. No. Lunaterra puts a stake of solid light through the string of pearls leg, pins it to its own gauze wrapper. Interesting. Doesn't hurt at all. The ship's metals begin molding and reforming around the wound immediately. A ridiculous unfair advantage. Saturn has no right to complain, but she still wants to. But she's trying to be cool. Everyone wants to, when it is quiet gleam of that always bleeding ship. That's a pretty amazing ship. Think it would last. Either you're fighting just for fun, because you're that reckless, or you're caught in your own containment wrapper and can't escape orbit yet. And you'd beat me, for sure, if I played around. I'm not done yet. That's not true. It's actually very difficult to move with a solid light bullet in your leg, but she's not going to let that stop her. Saturn is suddenly closer than she logically can be. Claws bubbling. But Lunaterra effortlessly slips away and kicks Saturn's ship directly in the chest. Oh my god, this is just like an epic Gundam battle, but like described and queer. It's great. Yeah, you're done. The Katami wrapper is still stuck to you, so your movement's off. Doesn't seem to have stopped you that much. Right? It was so rude of them to try to stop me. Seems cruel to take it away when you're having so much fun with it. Same as you, right? Do I know you? Everyone knows Memorial Foundation's perfect ace. But do I know you? Oh, so I do, don't I? Let me out of this thing and I'll tell you. Why should I? Because you can't help yourself. Besides, don't you want a real fight? Can you promise it'll go different? I can promise it'll be more fun. You are asking for me to totally abandon my duty to bring you back and do that instead? What, you won't? The legendary pilot who defected from Memorial Foundation, then double-crossed the rebels she abandoned them for, can't be opposed to a little fooling around with the enemy. I guess you do know me. Want to trust each other? Or is it more fun if we don't? Oh, this is such interesting flirting. Oh, what? What? Okay. I am freaking out, yes. Shut up, you too. I love you. Alright. It's more fun if they do and Saturn gets embarrassed. Outcome favors Memorial Foundation. It's more fun if they don't and Luna gets owned. Come favors Celestial Mechanics. Loyal. Let me look at this data log one more time. I know. I'm taking a long time because I'm really interested in this story. Okay. You want to trust each other, or is it more fun if you don't? Okay, so this is all about trust. I'm interested. Let's do. Never forgotten every story told. Good at bad decisions. What was that? Did it hurt? What? Hold on. It's just weird. It's weirder that it doesn't hurt. Whoa. Okay. I guess it's like ships. It's easier for Lunaterra to cut through the malleable flesh of the string of pearls directly than untangle her from the wrapper. The flesh reforms quickly, so she has to work patiently. String of pearls might be impossible to destroy, even if Saturn can't land a hit. Lunaterra feels like somehow she's the one who got lucky. If just this hurt, you'd never be able to fight. Your brain is giving you more nuanced information. You're very sensitive. Lucky. You'll get used to it. If you get serious about next time, think of yourself as something a little bigger. I like that. Being big. I'm glad I trusted you. Stop shaking then, or ask me to go easier. Just a little easier. Of course. Do you remember me yet? I thought you'd remember the name of at least some of the girls you'd made out with in supply closets. Oh! So that's interesting. Oh, that face. Your face. Just kidding, but sorry, it was worth it. You weren't kidding about still being dangerous. Every pilot knows you, but by both of your reputations. You're definitely Saturn, because no one hated me as much as you. So now I'm curious why you don't anymore. If I tell you, you'll owe me you'll owe me extra. So save it for next time you catch me. Well, I'll just have to catch you again quick. All free. Now get out of here before someone catches us. Oh! So, I went towards the Memorial Foundation with that. Mail-in alerts. Pilot candidates. Mercury interviews. Okay. Generation 3 pilot intake. Don't worry, it's just a checkup. Historically untrustworthy scenario. It's just questions, I promise. That's not really a great way to set my mind at ease. Let's just answer your questions, okay, wise guy? Fine. Have you experienced a sense of vertigo or loss of balance for a period lasting more than 2 minutes in the last month? No. Have your eating habits changed at all recently? No. No. Mercury, work with me, please. Why? You work with me. I'm absolutely promised neither I nor anyone else will do anything at all to stop you from being exactly who you are. Or from whatever changes you need. Will you at least answer my questions? Sometimes, maybe. Okay, that's good enough for me. We're just curious if it's a side effect of life in space, or the educational programming of Dr. Nix, or in reference to the behavior of Iapetus. No, that's backwards. Everyone else seems to get to do whatever they want without limits in space. Why is it weird when I do it? We want to test for the effects of space alone, so self-induced changes have to be controlled for. Don't ask what's in my adrenaline system. It's my adrenaline system. Endocrine, not adrenaline. Endocrine system. Fine, it's testosterone and I put it there because I wanted it there. Is that enough? Oh, Mercury was transitioning. Got it. It's testosterone, I put it there because I wanted it there. Is that enough? Well, I guess that is what I needed to know. If you promise not to ask me about it again, I will give you all the data I cataloged about the changes. Okay, I get it. You're starting to get it. Stop treating me like a girl, and I know you've really got it. Woo, get it! Well, it's M, so I'm not sure if that's a Mercury. No, Mercury, work with me, please. So it is Mercury. Mercury's trans. Whoop! Okay. Extracted from Neared iOS. Ship self string of pearls documentation. The string of pearls is configured for specific outward expressions of gravity tidal forces. The dissonant rhythm of the reactor makes peaceful tidal communication risky and difficult. Be cautious despite the range and penetration this unit is capable of. The electromagnetic conductors have liquefied the electrical energy into a corrupting material, a form of theoretical matter that should be used as a primary engagement tool. As a seducer-saboteur model, the unit's functions are inherently insidious. Rather than armor, the plastics are infinitely malleable and regenerate. It is safer to take damage head-on as an opportunity to inflict rather than avoid. But the unit can be contained, restrained, and impeded physically and tidally. Interesting. So it's made to be softer and bring them closer and then sabotage. Interesting. Love it. Mercury, listen, it's an emergency. I'm sorry about everything, but it's important. You have to tell Commander that I'm getting so laid. Locking off. Bye. I was not fooled for even a second that this would be useful. Really? Not even for a second? I no longer experience hope as a concept. Mercury, I no longer experience hope as a concept. You freed me from it. Stop, I'm blushing. What do you want from me, Saturn? Do you know any discreet places to make out in on Aries? Goodbye, Saturn. And here's the test output to date. Saturn, goodbye. Aren't you gonna read me the data analysis? If it is indeed data you are sending me this time, and not just nudes. Saturn is just chaotic. That's rude. I always ask before I send them to you. I don't mind acting as the official art director of Saturn's nudes since you need it so badly, and it's substantially less tedious than data analysis. But if you were as punctual about sending data as cockpit selfies, I would have a lot more data to report. Are you so incredulous all the time? You stole the prototype, might I remind you? You can't just continue the field testing as if nothing happened. Why not? Because why would you do anything you didn't want to do? Just hear the sigh. Yeah, man. What are you planning? I love Saturn's personality. It's just so like I do what I want. Fine. They've been dying for it anyway. Cool. How'd I do? This is not bad. It's pretty useful. He typed through tears. Don't rub it in. I can't believe your ship selves expanded so much already. What have you been doing with it? I think I've been hinting very clearly how. I instantly regret this question. I love the story. I love the back and forth. This is great. You're supposed to test the prototype in combat. Same difference. I can't believe we invented a ship designed to get into trouble and didn't think, oh, Saturn is the obvious choice for this. We both know why. You were an even more obvious choice than me. Fuck Iapetus for throwing us both out like trash. Come on, aren't you a little happy to see a little havoc in his perfect garden? I'll be looking forward to you collecting new data. Attaboy. Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay. So we've completed that. So you go through both of them. Gotcha. It's the next mission. What do you mean? What do you mean? I can feel her presence. Please do not try to sound that cool. I can feel her presence. Everyone can feel her presence. I can feel it right now. How could you even possibly ignore something like that? Shut up. I mean, I can feel it physically. Oh. Wait, what? Like how? Like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. It's like I'm spinning upside down and I can't stop. Are you sure you haven't somehow concussed yourself or given yourself gravity sickness from all the damage you managed to inflict on yourself in the past 12 hours? Yes, and it's on top of all that, and also shut up. String of pearls is feeding me sensory information on the direct line. I'm a human being with 5 senses and she's trying to cram a dozen more into me. By direct line, you are in fact talking about the extremely creepy physical interface connection between you and the string of pearls, correct? It really, really is, right? It's truly incredible how we agree about everything. Still feel the opposite about it. Is this why you keep hesitating before giving me intel? Yes, because you're going to do the opposite of what you should do with it, but I also can't not tell you because you might die. So running support for you is an incredibly anxiety-inducing affair. Good job, Mercury. I love you. It must be hard. Thank you for acknowledging it. So, you gonna tell me what's after me? You've already figured it out, haven't you? But yes, it's Cradle of Grace's masterwork. Celestial mechanics traded knowledge for how to finish String of Pearls in exchange for what they needed to finish the Krun Makula. It would be pretty funny if they got us this way in the end. It's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated on the capital ship, but you are its highest priority. Should I play bait? If anything, it's more important for you to get back to the native sphere first. In order for us to make contact, we need the string of pearls. We believe if you hide in the abandoned Definus lab, you can use the decaying gravity furnace for cover. That's sensible. But bait sounds like a lot more fun, you know? Really? Come on. Yeah, but this must think their pilot is a real idiot. She's going to waste her time on a wild goose chase like that. He wouldn't just sacrifice you like that. He would! There must be backups for making contact. Just because I'm the easiest option doesn't mean I'm the only one. He's testing to see if I'm worth investing in, or just going to get myself killed. Why run? Why not have it out with her? Bet she's thinking the same thing too. Be careful, Saturn. If you tell what they're thinking, they can tell what you're thinking. Please. If I really could do something like that, they wouldn't have kicked me out of the pilots. Then how do you know the pilot's a she? Because boys can't pilot. Oh! Okay. Definus, a tiny shepherd moon. So small, it barely earns the name. Tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of the Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn, and special girls like Pluto. Oh, so we get to meet Pluto! Okay, so there was a space program designed by Earth with... Okay. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. Now wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers it when it used to feel so special to be chosen. A candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating, and distances are becoming ambiguous. Between past and present, between me and you. The Definus lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto. And that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea. What was a good idea? Oh, man. Oh, so it's starting to, infiltrate. Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide. Even though there's no place where you can not be felt by me. Ooh. Alert. Title resonance. IFF confirms enemy. Warning. Gravitational hazard. Danger. Pressure exceeding safe range. I know it's extremely exciting. Stop making me so nervous. Supermassive. Small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon comprised into the head of a pin. An hour ago, and Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful the interior of her cockpit creaked with pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled with that tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool. She must be pretty big, huh? So why is she so hard to find? Saturn has an idea. Has no idea. Why do I have the feeling someone's laughing at me? No one is laughing at you, Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way. She really does think it's cute. I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Ah, man, it really would be funny if she was in that monster. Well, now, someone is laughing at Saturn. Now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening. But I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who can fuck with the narrative. Woo. Okay, hold on. Narrow escape. Outcome favors celestial mechanics, okay. Mutually assured destruction. Outcome favors cradle graces. Narrow escape. Let's go narrow escape. Opening futures, closing posts. It's easier to not get caught if you don't care about catching anything. It's just about knowing there isn't a difference and focusing deeper. The real celestial mechanics, the interactions of bodies and space via the forces of gravity. The weights of mass and culture. Explained by the story behind them. That's just science. With your own gravity, reach out and pull. Good girl. You know just what to do. Do you like what you caught? The crun. Whoa! Interesting. Oh, no. Go back. I need to read that. Oh, man. Okay. Grun McCullough towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the lab complex. But it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Massive enough to wrap local space-time humming and vibrating with nebula dust. And absolutely effortlessly gentle. Without Pluto's most delicate touch, the Crun McCullough would have destroyed Saturn and the whole complex without even trying. Oh, man. This is terrifying. How much do you trust it? I knew you'd be right behind me or something. If you did, how come you're not facing this way? I'm an idiot, I guess. You've come a long way just to be an idiot. You must know exactly what the ship can do, right? Did you come to fight me on purpose? It's really brave and really cute. If you can touch me, I can touch you. So I'm not getting close. You came all this way not even to fight? Oh, that's not cute at all, but it's smart. Hey, don't underestimate me. I'm scary. You think? Maybe I believe you. Cute things can also be scary. But I'm curious now. I was worried you were going to waste your chance, smug in your new machine. But you're pretty clever. You want to talk without fighting? If you're good. Otherwise, I'll bite. So, What did you want to talk about? As Cradle Grace's glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right? No, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they? Hope you don't mind falling for this trap. Trap? You? Silly, I know you're more important than that. More than catching the rest of the Celestial Mechanics fleet. I knew this would be fun, and you knew it too. I am absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind to roast me about it. I can't read minds, even though that's not how this works. But I also don't need to know that. But I did want to know how the biggest overachiever of my juniors turned into such a bad girl. If you really remembered me, you'd remember I wasn't ever good. I do remember you. Even if you're not that good at being bad. Do you know what you're doing? With a machine that's so dangerous we don't even want to find out what it does? I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it. Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want to. Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us came out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they see any use at all. I won't pity you. I really would have torn this machine apart. But now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together. Hoo-hoo! Oh, okay, so this is adding another layer. Oh, man. I might still make you regret it. Winning isn't the most important task. It's not yours either. Are you sure about that? You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive. Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now? Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. Oh! Ever since that day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. No, there was never be a planet Mars. That's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. This is just bitter Aries. But like the stringy, inedible weeds that grow when nothing else does, Cradle's Graces is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked, and terraforming engines are broken, and the gravity furnaces are out of control. There's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value. This planet doesn't even exist. It's an errant rock. There's no point in fighting. There's no need to fight. Ship selves can't keep you alive alone forever. And even if that was the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation NSES fleet already did. That's why there's barely any of us left. And why we can't get them out. What? Why don't I go home too? And leave all those idiots to fucking die on the rock? Who do you think we're doing this for? External communication sent August 31st, 1978 by Memorial Foundation troops. Who? Hey, it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. The planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life, and life is just the start anyway. Don't you know the gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. Culture is made of tiny humans, and enough of it together can decide what's real and what isn't. It is really quite fucked up that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything. And then it'll be true. Even about what's human and what's not. They don't even have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided that any human without their feet planted on Earth is in fact not a human. It's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. No differences of any kind need to exist. We'll just be aliens, and then they'll send the real military after us, and we'll die. But if we just hold the line here for our princess to get through and make it to the moon, she'll open up the gravity well. Then we get to decide. Journal communications sent on January 25th, 1981 by Cradle's Graves Irregulars. It's morning on Eris, but what's time and space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled, and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out of the canyons on Mars, where Cradle's Graces and Memorial Foundation are bickering. Hold the city ruins against invading troops, and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refuel. It's a pretty thankless job. But me, I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space has ever been. Before we got here, this was a dead rock. Best we could ever have ever hoped for was Earth in a different place. Who needs that? Far in the distance, the moon's gravity well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure that humanity is not divided. What they're afraid of happening, we will ensure that happens. We'll finally have something alien in space. Private communication sent January 26th, 1981 by Celestial Mechanics researcher. Day 3! Oh! Corruption. Mission parameters not detected. Mission results? Need for gravitational slingshot permissions. Error. Navigational shortlist is not found. Manual inject mission results.txt. They're really using .txt still. Good to know. Those still stick around. Mission parameters found. All results perfect and amazing. Wow, thank you, Saturn. Flight path generating. Flight path Cronus orbit. Refill on planet Ares. Lagrange colony pass. Classified operation. Earth's moon. New standing orders coming in. Ares. Ooh. Guard Celestial Mechanics fleet refueling on Ares Oxygen Ocean. Stay out of trouble, and do not engage Memorial Foundation troops patrolling in immediate vicinity. Accept orders? No. Error. Cannot proceed. Manual inject. Accepted! Normalizing gravity slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch to Ares. 12%. Interesting. Okay. Celestial Mechanics Fleet, misfire transmission, junk data, error. Oh my god. Sorry for getting back to you so late, but I was in the middle of a meeting. My phone buzzed so much that the director asked me if I needed to take a call. I swear you do this on purpose. I don't think you really need feedback on your news that quickly, even though, yes, they're really important to me, and I can't stop thinking about them getting any of my work done. My presentation suffered greatly from my lack of focus. I expect you're prepared for a little payback. And after I sent you my schedule so that this wouldn't happen again even, hey, you wouldn't have asked me for this meeting time so that you could send those to me at the worst possible moment, would you? I already know the answer to that. So why don't you tell me this? Why can't I ever get enough of you? Uh-huh. That sounds like Mercury messaging Saturn. That's really sweet. Be careful today. I'm never careful any day, so I'm serious this time. Iapetus is in the field today. I don't know where he's fighting, but you should be careful. Jeez, you worry too much. Obviously, because you give me so much to worry about. I mean, are you really worried? His ship self is actually not that scary. Not as scary as mine. As if that was a thing I was worried about. What then? Oh, you God, I'm not even thinking about letting our mutual ex touch me. You have a mutual ex? Oh God, is Iapetus a mutual ex? Oh, even worse. I won't even fight him. I'll curve him the second his tides so much as tremble against my plating. Why would you worry? I wouldn't even slightly hate him less than you do. There is no possible way you hate him more than I do. But that's not the issue. That's never the issue with him. Hating him hasn't made him any easier to deal with. We were kids, though. We're older and wiser now. Laughing my ass off. At least you are Mercury. Hardly. Or I wouldn't be telling you. You remember how he'd just casually linger his fingers a second too long on your shoulder? In front of everyone? Ugh, it was so gross. No, you don't do that. No. Ugh. It was so gross. And I loved the attention every time. Oh, interesting. It made me so smug. I loved it. It was gross. I hated him. Do you love yourself enough to not fall for it again? Definitely hate him enough to not fall for it again. Do you? No. Obviously. Well, I'm still in celestial mechanics, so how do you think I feel? You're soaring. You got a stupid idiot who loves you and you get to do research and never have to deal with him again. And with this ship self, we'll have the future. And no matter what, I'll make sure he won't. Oh, alright. So there's two different routes here. Let me know your thoughts on these. So deep dive, the oxygen ocean serves as both fuel yard and terraforming engine for planet Ares, and it's a perfect hiding place for migrating celestial mechanics fleet. But deep down, there's something reaching for them. 400mm kiss. Millimeter or megameter? I don't know. Memorial Foundation deploys a certain sniper to stop, escape, and resupply routes for the resting Celestial Mechanics fleet. All Saturn needs to do is stay out of trouble. But what's the chance of that? Love this. This is great. I'm enjoying this greatly. I hope you are too. It's definitely getting very intense, and there's so much really cool banter back and forth between all of the different parties. So I hope you're enjoying this just as much as I am. Come back, hang out. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.